Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, I'm doing a Twin Flame Soulmate reading, which I did not get out to you guys. As all of you know, times are changing, times are becoming even more challenging right now for everyone, for the world at large as well, globally. Times are so difficult and so challenging right now for everyone in different areas of life. And so that's why this reading is a little bit random. As you all know, I'm also human, so I've also got my own things going on and changes happening in my life. So thank you for your appreciation, your comments every single time, and your support of Divine Debut 11. Today I'm going to do we're looking at love, right? The reading that I do usually every Wednesday. But today I feel called to light this beautiful candle which Sally sent me as a gift. Okay, she does these beautiful works of art. I've shown you already, I've unboxed her products, and you can find Sally Starstruck Magic through Instagram. The link will be beneath the video. So Sally, I said it was too good to burn, but I feel called to use this beautiful candle, as it smells so wonderful. So let's light it. I feel special today. I think today I'd like to light it. And Sally, I know where to find you when I need to order from you. Thank you so much. I'm really going to enjoy this. So, what's going on in love, everyone? What's happening? I'll be taking quite a few cards, so stay with me until the end. I'll be taking some twin flame messages, some moonology messages. Moonology Oracle is this deck. Okay, the twin flame messages are by Mystic Moon. So let's see what's going on in this divine union, in this important connection that you have with someone. Some of you may have not even met this person. You may have been dreaming about them. It's an important connection, a powerful union. Some of you could be calling each other in. Maybe you already have dreamt of them and you're waiting on their entrance in your life. Or for others of you, this has been a relationship that's just been really, really hard. Things have kept you apart. Karma, other situations, timing, the timing wasn't right. Whatever it is for each and every one of you, it is your own special, your own particular story that we're trying to give you a little bit of information through the guidance of spirit, obviously, through my angels, through my guides. I will try and steer you in the right direction. Remember, it's a general reading, so calling on spirit, Archangel Michael and Archangel Lophiel, and the archangels in general, please guide me to what's going on in this divine union. Okay, so we are in the time of October, just astrologically speaking. For those of you that don't know, Venus has just ingressed into Sagittarius. So that's really cool for those of you that are Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, if you've got your North Node there, or your South Node from your own personal chart, it will be very important for you as well. Okay, so Sagittarius, remember, is ruled by Jupiter. Venus wants to expand, she wants to grow, she wants to go on that journey. She wants to feel free as well. She wants to be able to stand in her truth. So what's going on in this divine union, please, Spirit? So we've got the Seven of Wands, Four of Swords, Five of Swords, Queen of Swords. Happy birthday, dear Libra, if you're having your birthday today. The sun and we just had a new moon in Libra, so new beginnings, but it's a challenging new moon. A lot of things in relation and concerning legalities will be playing out as well for a lot of you. Could be divorce, could be legally being tied to a past connection. If you haven't been in the right connection and you've met some of you could be in a connection with a karmic partner, maybe trying to get out. We've got lots of swords here, I see. But this is my Libra card, which speaks to strength. She's holding the Ace of Swords in her hands. This could also speak to a ruling where there's a judgment that's being made, which will bring on a sense of change and transformation. Let's see. We've got the Ten of Wands. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We have the Sun. So for some of you, the Sun, of course, does speak to heart, but the Sun also speaks to, yes, it's Leo. The Sun can speak to a child or children. Pages are children as well. But the Sun does speak to a lot of love. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So cool. So cool, dear Spirit. Thank you for that. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. So we've got the Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords and Queen of Wands. For some of you, this could also be a same-sex relationship. Let's not rule that out. We do have two divine feminine. Right? Queen of Swords would be Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. And Queen of Wands would be Leo, Sagittarius or Aries. And we've got the King of Swords. King and the Queen of Swords and a Queen of Wands. Interesting. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Two people that could be coming out of divorce. Now, it doesn't mean that there's a third party for all of you. For some of you, the third party could be a child. For others of you, it could be another partner, another person. So we've got a divine masculine, which would be my Aquarius energy. It doesn't have to be for all of you. We do have Earth. We've got Virgo. We've got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We've got Sagittarius. We've got a fair bit of fire. So Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, as I said. King of Swords could also be anything concerning legalities. It could be a legal representative. Okay, as an energy, it speaks to communication or harsh words or harsh truths. Usually Queen and King of Swords could be people, and I'm not reading reversals as you know. Maybe for some of you there hasn't been communication, but we've got the divine feminine that's ready to act. I mean, Queen of Wands is very passionate. She'll take action. She won't wait around. She'll strive to create what it is that she wants. She'll use fire. I mean, she's a fire sign. She's sitting in the element, the energy of fire, which means I'm not going to sit back and wait. I desire this and I'm going to go for it. Remember, the Queen of Wands also is usually the lucky queen that I always say. She's very sexually attractive or attracted. She's hot-blooded. I mean, she wants to connect sexually. That's what wands are. They're all about passion, desire, and wanting to connect. But, the Queen of Swords, King of Swords, two people maybe that are at odds. Maybe there hasn't been communication, or this could be some of you are going through divorce. Queen of Wands could be the third person. We've got Eight of Wands. We see that there were messages of passion and action being taken in the past. Eight of Wands can also speak to dealing with someone, communicating with someone through social media, as they could be at a physical distance to you, because the Wheel of Fortune being Sagittarius, it does speak to something at a distance or someone that's far away from you. It's interesting because with the Wheel of Fortune, which is Sagittarius, that's where the South Node is transiting. The South Node means we're dealing with old karmic purges going on. So we're letting go of something maybe that does not work for us anymore. Maybe a karmic partner, a karmic situation. Okay, we've got Leo and Sagittarius here, which are both fire. And fire means action. It means, you know, the heart. The sun is the heart. It does speak to healing. It speaks to flirtation. It speaks to true love. So there was communication in the past. Maybe that was cut. Maybe that stopped. Eight of Swords, feeling blocked or having fears, fearing a certain situation. This is the way someone is thinking. Someone feels as though they're trapped in a situation, and it's their perception of things. For some of you, it could be actually the case, because we've got so many swords here. Four of Swords, first of all. Four of Swords and then the Five of Swords. I mean, this is really, something's got to give. And this would be in the past, obviously. Okay, because in a 9-card spread, past, present, future, sometimes we can look at it as the past, the present, and the future. So this would be in the past, obviously. Four of Swords means that there was a heartbreak. Someone needed to take time out or heal, or something went wrong here. And then we've got the Five of Swords, which speaks to many times. I see it as an imbalance, obviously. Five of Swords can speak to sabotage, self-sabotage, or too many people in the picture, right? Or a fight, you know, an argument. The Karma Dharma is the High Priestess, and the High Priestess to speak to secrecy, also a very spiritually inclined union. This is Pisces, which can speak to unconditional love. This is the Pisces-Virgo axis, which we've just recently come out of, as we're in the Libra season now. But, you know, the High Priestess can also speak to a spiritual connection on another level with a third person. Anyway, we've got the Four of Swords here and the Five of Swords, which means there's been a lot of worry, maybe a lack of communication. Maybe someone was dealing with their own problems at home, maybe even not being able to communicate those issues with, I mean, if this is a love triangle and someone's going through divorce, maybe someone has not been honest about it, open about it. It's maybe that's why there was a stop and there was a lot of conflict. Someone was very conflicted about speaking their truth or moving towards an ending. I mean, the Queen of Swords will speak her truth, the truth and nothing but the truth. And she uses her perception. She's very intelligent. Usually, remember that Queen of Swords being air, Libra. If there's been no balance, Five of Swords is an imbalance. She's using her wit, she's using her mind, her intelligence, trying to change things up in her life. I mean, the butterfly does speak to Pluto. So this Queen of Swords, whoever this is, it's either that she's going through a change. I mean, Pluto does speak to a death and an ending. She could also be cutting away something that was very karmic in her life. Now, for some of you, of course, this could be another side to you, right? Queen of Wands, Wands and air, fire and air, Wands and Swords are usually, they've got many similarities. They're not about sitting back. It's not like the element of water and earth. Water and earth go together. They're similar, and air and fire are very similar as well. Not exactly the same, but it's all about action. It's, you know, Queen of Wands, she won't sit back. She won't be patient. She needs it here, now, and yesterday. Whatever it is that she's wanting, this relationship, you know, she's wanting to take action. Queen of Swords is, in a way, she's also an opposite energy, because the Queen of Wands, she takes action. Queen of Swords is more about the cerebral, the thoughts, and of course everything begins with a thought and then turns into action. So that's where they're very similar. Here we've got the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands shows someone that's planting the seeds. The door is open. So what this says to me is that whatever it is that's been a heavy burden is coming to an end. It's like a restart, but can you see the whirlwind that this person is in? I mean, he's not in an easy place, but he's planting the seeds for the future. So it looks like some work has been done. Yes, this relationship was very exhausting, very tiring, very much about, it's sort of stop and start. We've got swords, which are very cutting. We've got fire, which is very much about moving forward and desiring something. But then the wands and the seeds that have been planted in the past are in a way blocked by this Knight of Pentacles, which Knight of Pentacles is Virgo energy, which means someone is being very strategic or being very slow, looking at the details, taking forever to come forward with this Ace of Pentacles, which can speak to a long-term connection. Okay, and we go from the Knight of Pentacles to the Page, which is like a backward step. So there's like a back and forth. It's like lighting a flame, lighting that sacred flame or keeping that flame alive. A lot of difficulties and burdens and challenges. Now the main card here is, the focal point is the Seven of Wands, which to me, next to the Ten of Wands where he's planting the seeds, here it's as though he's already planted the seeds and it's as though he's protecting them. So he's done the work, even though this was something that was against the odds. It's as though he's done the work and he's more so now protecting what he's built. And what is it that he's built? I mean, sevens do speak to conflict, but remember the Seven of Wands speaks to, this person having the advantageous point. So there's been a sense of success. We're coming from the Six of Wands, right? This was like an ending and a new beginning here in the past. Or for some of you, this could be the recent past. It's as though the work has been done. Remember, it turns into the Ace of Wands. Now, issues of ego could also be in this connection. As I always say, there needs to be healthy ego and not someone standing in their ego, because that's when the process of humbling and difficulties come up. We cannot move forward when we're stuck in our ego, right? So there is conflict, though, here, where someone's been waiting forever to see the success. Maybe there has been a sense of success, but again, there's been conflict. And it's as though, I don't know, is it timing? Is it just someone's dealing with so much that there's been a lack of growth, or the work hasn't been done recently? It's just, this person is just protecting what they've built, or they're protecting, and I feel here, because if they're in another connection, they've got a lot that they're dealing with. Now, the strategy is they're looking towards the future, but it's taking maybe longer than was necessary, or was, or they had the ability to move forward. Remember that the Wheel of Fortune being here, and the Wheel of Fortune does speak to an ending and another restart. The Wheel of Fortune is the timing. It's the fate card. This wheel turns. It's very fated that someone's luck can change. And remember that Jupiter can also speak to truths, or being able to go on that adventure. We know that if you are at a physical distance from each other, long distance travel has been out of the question the whole year. But this could also speak to someone's beliefs changing, someone's luck changing, and just the good changes coming in with divine timing. Now, the Knight of Pentacles, again, very strategic, wanting to perfect everything. That's the Virgo energy. So many times the Knight of Pentacles can be a card where there's no movement. So there's been action taken, but then it's as though something stopped. And we've got the Page of Pentacles here, which can speak to a messenger. This position is a very important position because it deals with the past, heading on to the future. Hello, Agape. Oh my God. What is it with you? Why are you always coming when I'm reading? Why? Can you answer that? Can you speak to me like you always do? You're such a sweet pea. She's licking me on my nose. How can you not love her? Yes, it's hot there, darling. It's hot. Oh, this candle smells amazing, Sally. It really, really does. Oh, she came in to visit and she's going to sit by my side. Good girl. So the Page of Pentacles, again, it can speak to someone having gone through a time of learning. Remember, the pages are childish. They're youthful energy. It can also speak to a message that promises the work that stopped being done concerning the forward momentum in this relationship. This is a very positive line of cards here, which, yes, it can speak to the near future for many of you. This could also speak to now. I mean, Venus has moved into Sagittarius. For others of you, this could also speak to the time of Sagittarius. Okay? That obviously there's a message coming through, a message of happiness, clarity. There's a sense of healing here. Okay? And that luck is changing. There is an ending here. So there's a restart, starting over again. So we will be taking more cards to see what's going on. Let's take the Lenormand first of all. So I've already mentioned the signs. Okay, we could be looking to Sun, Moon, Rising. For some of you, I mean, the major arcana cards here are the Sun and the Wheel of Fortune, which are very important, as well as the High Priestess, which is Pisces. So those signs are very, very important. They are obviously the major arcana cards are energies that we need to go with and not fight against. So we've got the anchor here, someone's stability, someone's business, or someone's home. Now, I see it as someone dropping anchor, or maybe even, because it's the Nine of Swords, someone having a lot of worries, a lot of anxiety concerning their stability. I mean, it's been an uphill battle. It's Saturn in Capricorn. Someone's foundations and their home. This is the King of Cups, everyone. So King of Cups is Scorpio energy. Now, Venus has just left Scorpio. So she's been, going through the notions of death and, rebirth. Venus in Scorpio, secrecy about what we desire, some information coming through, things that have been hidden. Let's see, because the house does speak to Moon in Cancer. This is something to do with permanency, traditions, customs, establishments, a marriage. And we've got the Hanging Man, which is Pisces. Well, it's not the Hanging Man, it's the birds, it's the owls in this deck here. That's the Seven of Pentacles. So someone's built, or maybe looking at their investment in a home, in an establishment, in a connection that's been going on for some time. We could even say 7 years. I mean, the owls do speak to wisdom. They can also speak to secrecy. They do, they're very much about the night, right? Something that is temporary. There is worry, there's excitement for others of you. I mean, these three Sibyls, Lenormand, on their own can speak to becoming stable. And Eros is in the house. Hello, Eros. He just jumped on my table and on his bed. Yes, so Eros is just, you didn't get to see him, but yeah. Becoming stable, having someone open their heart concerning truths and indicated around their house or their family, or, I mean, the house does speak to, you know, matters of the past. Since it's moon in Cancer, or where someone feels safe and loved and happy. But this could also speak to, you know, I mean, the birds being the number 12, which is the Piscean energy, is like secrecy. Remember, Pisces could speak to compassion, unconditional love, but it can also speak to deception, secrecy. Now also Pisces can speak to dealing with a major karmic cycle that could be coming to an end as well. Let's see what comes after the birds. We have the key, which can speak to a home, it can speak to a solution. This is things that we love, and for something's going on, something needs to end before something long-lasting could begin. And this is where the work starts. It's the Eight of Pentacles. And it can also be connected to work, someone's stability, someone's... the stability of this relationship depends on work being done here. There is a key, and the key does speak to a solution. Unlocking something, an achievement. This could speak to someone being open, someone opening their heart. We've got the stars, and the stars do speak to abundance. It speaks to happiness. It speaks to, oh my God, the star is something that we've been hoping for, wishing for. And it's the Six of Cups, which speaks to nostalgia or children or a soulmate connection. Now the star is the number 16, and 16 does speak to, it's like a tower moment maybe coming through. Now the star is Neptune in Pisces, so again it can speak to someone opening up their heart and speaking truthfully from their heart. They've been holding back on their emotions or their truths concerning their, I don't know, is it their beliefs? Is it the way they were raised? Were they following traditions and had to sacrifice their happiness? Let's take one more. And we've got the King of Wands here. So the clouds. And the clouds also speak to difficulty, not being able to see clearly. Again, we've got the Neptune in Pisces. So it can speak to insecurities, but many times, I mean, in other decks, it shows the sun coming through, breaking through the clouds. So this can speak to, yes, maybe even, because we've got, remember, we've got the sun here and the Wheel of Fortune. So someone now, remember the King of Wands, we've got the Queen of Wands here. Someone ready to take action and clear the confusion. Someone speaking about what they desire and where their heart is. Someone ready to take action. So Neptune comes up again. So we do have Aquarius here as well. We've got Pisces, strong Pisces. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got the Child, everyone. So Scorpio is here as well. Wow. And the Child is Sun in Leo, everyone. Soon It speaks to something new. Something has been transforming. Now remember, as the planets pass through a certain sign, so Venus has been doing the work through Scorpio. She's transformed something. Remember, as the planet leaves the sign or a certain particular area, where is Scorpio for you in your chart? Venus logically would leave, she would logically leave the gifts behind. Right? So she's done the work, and therefore she moves on. After a dark period of Venus in Scorpio, Venus now is moving into Sagittarius, where she wants that freedom. She wants to expand, and she wants to feel abundant. She wants to speak her truth. And the child, as I said, could be the third person. It could be something concerning newness, feeling a sense of freedom. I mean, it's the Knight of Swords, which does speak to communication as well. Can also speak to legalities, everyone. So let's see. Let's take the romance angels and see what's going on in love before I take more tarot. Let's see what's going on, because this is like, I can see that there's a lot of stuck energies. We are looking towards changes here. Remember that the High Priestess, she's a number 2. She comes after the Magician. So I'm just wondering if someone's been tricking you out of the information or trying to hide information. Maybe this is a secretive love or connection. What's going on in this divine union? Free yourself. Free yourself. We've got someone that is in a situation where they need freedom. It's time to take back control of your life. Release your ex. So there is an ex here. Now this could be advice that's been given, or for some of you, you're already going through this, or you've done it already. You've been through that. The time has come to clear your energy. And we've got codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now I want to say that the codependency does speak to the Capricorn energy for me. Even the illustration here looks like a goat. So there's the Saturnian blockage, and please, dear Capricorn, do not take it as, you know, a bad rap just because you're ruled by Saturn. Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is everywhere for someone. We've all got Saturn in our chart somewhere. We're all carrying that heavy karma of Saturn. But remember that Saturn, once the work is done and we've matured, or a certain situation has matured, then the rewards come through. And believe you me, the privileges are huge with Saturn. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now also Neptune and Pisces comes up here as well, because addictions fall under Pisces. Remember, Pisces, after a lot of pain, Pisces where they've loved unconditionally and have not received back, they try to drown out their sorrows. Or someone who has strong Pisces, or, you know, they've got Neptune, which rules Pisces, in a difficult position or touched through the transits, you know, and they're going through a tough time, trying to escape a situation. So either through drinking or smoking or eating or whatever it is that they do. We're talking about a codependency, and that does ring the devil energy, which speaks to timing again. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So someone is in a codependent situation where they're trying to release their ex, and, well, we're revisiting, love. Are we? Agape, so you're back again? You're back again. This is like doing a cycle, like being in a difficult cycle. Let's see what's going on. We've got chemistry. So we know that the addictive energy of the devil does speak to a very big, a very strong sexual connection with the devil. Chemistry. So a very strong emotional connection, but also a very sexual connection, which is probably blocked because of lessons or because of hardships, past life relationship. And just letting you know, Agape is going up to Eros now. So if you hear two cats screaming at each other and fighting, that's the lovers. Yeah, she just woke Eros up, and he'll probably start to... Oh, he's taking care of her. He's actually licking her. I don't think it's... Oh, here we go. Lovers quarrel. They both feel very frustrated right now, so they're having a lovers quarrel. Yes, here we go. And she's going to come down and she's going to make a mess here. Come on, Agape. Leave him alone. So the female's gone up to the male. He doesn't want anything to do with her. He wants her the way he wants her, under his command. Eros. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. I would say it's got a lot to do with this chemistry and this strong sexual connection that you are dealing with. And we've got attraction again. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yes, this is your soulmate. So it is a soulmate where, I don't know, maybe it looks like the divine masculine has been showing up as more sexual. And I've said this before, than more romantic. Or maybe romantically speaking, they've been very detached. I mean, the King of Swords does not show up as a King of Cups. Very different. Now, we've got the King of Wands here and the King of Cups. So we do have someone that's ready and open with their heart. Maybe they're not communicating that. Okay, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Aquarius would more so show their love through conversation, through words, not so much through actions. Remember that Aquarius is air, it's cerebral. Would be more of a cerebral connection, right? It's the water signs, it's the King of Cups, which would be more open. So King of Cups would be Scorpio for many of you. Of course, it could be Pisces and it could be Cancer, but King of Wands comes through as more sexual. So again, the divine masculine is coming through more as sexual, who wants to connect. But this is a soulmate connection. Yes, this is your soulmate, it says here. So there is love here. And it says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Here we've got Venus. So yes, there is an offer coming through, an offer concerning love. It does say to stay optimistic. Remember, what is Sagittarius? It's go on that journey, take that risk. You know, be positive about it. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Stay optimistic and soulmate. So that's what we've got with the romance angels. Let's see. Thank you, Hermes, for your support, holding up the cards. Let's take some Mystic Moon oracles and see what's going on before I take more tarot. I do get a strong sense of frustration here, obviously. There is a lot of frustration. With so much fire, so much attraction, so many blockages, there's a lot of frustrations here. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, and we have the broken heart, which we've got the Four of Swords here, don't we? So there's a separation because of a third party, or because just, you know, someone was frustrated. Maybe there was no balance, no equality. We've got communication on a ethereal level, on a telepathic level, and we've got barriers though. So the door is still closed to the 3D mundane connection here because of a third party, because of a disappointments, because of timing. Let's see what else comes through. With the barrier card here, it can say that someone's not trusting, that they feel that this is a very deep connection and they're not trusting in their intuition. Maybe they're not. Or maybe they're just starting to awaken to this connection. Who knows? Let's see. Because as I said, the divine masculine is coming through more as detached. Now, for those of you that are divine feminine, if you're coming out of a narcissistic connection, it's hard for you to trust, obviously. You're carrying the wounds from the past. So this is what you need to work on yourself. We've got news, which can speak to, yes, magic, but it can also speak to deception. Again, it's the Neptune energy. So on an ethereal level, on a spiritual level, this is magic, but on a mundane, practical level, there are barriers and there are issues. We've got guide, which is also very similar to the Hermit card. Someone is being guided through spirit, through their dream state, hopefully looking at the light. I mean, remember that the Hermit is someone that's behind the scenes. The Hermit is before the Wheel of Fortune. They're seeing the light. Someone is also visiting a tarot reader, an astrologer, looking for the answers, being guided. Let's take another card. And we have divine timing. This is perfect. Thank you, Spirit. Exactly like the Wheel of Fortune. It's all happening in divine timing. And you're being looked at through the internet. Someone is checking you out. Someone, and there's a question mark on here. So someone is doubting what's going on with you. Maybe you're searching the other person. This would also be the Aquarian energy for me. It's the internet. It's the, someone's checking you out through social media. Yes, the divine masculine may be, as I said, probably unawakened. And the divine feminine is grieving. Look at that. Incredible. The devil and bound. It's timing. It's karmic. We've got Capricorn and Aquarius here. It's got to do with Saturn. I'm Saturn and Neptune. Yes, it's got to do with Saturn and Neptune. So the dream is blocked. The dream is blocked, everyone. The dream is blocked. I'm going to say also, pay attention to your dreams. Let's take 3 fortune, we'll see, 3 maybe, fortune-telling cards to see what's going on. And I will be taking more tarot here, so in a moment. Someone's looking for information here. They've got lots of question marks, lots of questions, lots of answers that they're looking for. We have the Journey, which is another 10. Again, just like the Wheel of Fortune. An abundant journey, or you could be at a physical distance. We've got High Honors. So you are dealing with someone that's in a position of an important position. High honor can speak to this was a very important journey that's gone through a lot of conflict. Someone needs to acknowledge it. High honors, someone that wears a top hat, someone that's in an important position in their community, in their, through their heritage. High honors. Let's see what comes after the high honor. And we've got Courthouse, everyone. And the Courthouse does speak to divorce. We've got the Child. Someone had a lot of luck, I'm going to say, but their luck ended. Someone that was, I feel here, was put in a very high position, maybe because of a child, or they were just at the right place at the right time, maybe in a very important connection, which they were honored with, but justice comes through. I mean, you know, the courthouse does speak to the Libran energy, which Libra speaks to balance and harmony. Obviously, there hasn't been balance here. It's a 5, and 5 speaks to the Hierophant, marriage, or someone's beliefs, or we've got a child, maybe someone married because of a child, maybe that was their lucky break. Let's say the child can speak to something new, or not, you know, a child will not be in the picture for all of you, but it does speak to happiness and newness. We've got the main male. Let's take one more card. Main male, which is a number 1. And we've got the main female. So they're both here, the divine feminine, the divine masculine. Maybe it could be separated because of a child, I don't know. Let's see, because we've got the thief, which could be a third person, or their secrecy, or someone had to pay their dues. I mean, it's 24, which equals 6, and that is the lovers. The lovers could also speak to someone having a choice between 2 partners. I'd like to read the high honors just for a moment from the booklet, number 25, which, you know, the high honor is a 25, the thief is number 24, so the thief received the high honors. Let's see. This is a most enabling and positive card. Here we see the cannonades as the significator receives a 21-gun salute. Literally, it means trophies, medals, honor, success, promotion, a raise, acing an exam, or graduating with honors. The significator is on his way up socially or professionally. More abstractly, it also represents anything high or tall. Wow. With courthouse card, which the courthouse does come after this, or imprisonment, it could stand for a landmark, skyscraper, or tall public building. Next to a person, it could be a descriptor for tall in comparison to child. The child card, number 18, which represents small. Be it a bit careful if next to the false person. Well, we don't have the false person, but we've got the thief here. So someone that was in a position of feeling very tall or very significant, or someone's good luck maybe turned bad because of injustices, because of a divorce, because of a child, because of theft. We do have the thief here, and we've got the message coming through, which the message speaks to has someone not been totally truthful through their communication about what they're going through, or they've kept information from you, and maybe that was the difficulty here, up here, about what's going on for them and in their home, their stability, their life. Even with the owl here, I mean. And we've got the privileged lady, which does remind me of the Empress, very much so. I'm going to, which speaks to abundance, right? Let's take a Monology Oracle, and then I'm going to take the Tarot. So someone's been codependent in a situation, but they're being released from codependency, or trying to release themselves from a karmic situation of the past. They're trying to, and they're attracting a soulmate in. Okay. What's going on? And we have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Now we've just had, this is talking about the time of Pisces, as the sun will be moving through Pisces. You are good enough. Someone's doubting themselves. Someone is doubting their abilities here. You are good enough. I mean, Virgo is all about service, right? It's someone looking at the details, self-doubting their abilities maybe. Full moon in Virgo speaks to an ending, a culmination, probably in March. Now, some of you could be ending something with a Virgo, or there's been an ending with a Virgo. We've got expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Everyone, new moon means new beginnings. Okay, the new moon eclipse will be happening on the 4th of December. Okay, we'll feel that we're even coming up to the eclipse energies very soon. I mean, we're in October now, so we could feel the eclipses even 2-3 months before that. So a new moon means a new beginning. It's in Sagittarius, so new beginnings concerning Sagittarian energy, everyone, which, you know, sits right on the divine timing card, which is very much like the Wheel of Fortune. Let's take one more card. And we've got it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So 2 new moons after a full moon. Aries is strong here as well. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, which means cardinal fire. And cardinal fire is a new beginning. New moon in Aries, of course, is in the time of Aries, everyone. So interesting that from roundabout even, you know, in the very near future and all the way up until the new moon in Aries, lots of things will be changing. Powerful changes concerning a new cycle, because a new moon in Aries is a brand new cycle. It's like the Fool. Let's look at that 4 of Swords. We have the Hierophant. So a heartbreak concerning a marriage, a disappointment, 10 of Wands, a marriage being too burdensome, and we've got the Devil here, which obviously here someone's been blocked from what it is they love, from a connection they love, or they've been dealing with a narcissistic karmic relationship that's been very burdensome for them, and they've felt blocked from love. Let's look at that 5 of Swords. We've got the Tower, which the Tower is an awakening. It's a rude awakening. It can speak to hardships here. Hard legal situations, or harsh, big fights, a big shift. We've got the 4 of Pentacles, where someone could be saving their pennies, or this is a big fight concerning a home, someone's property. And we've got the 8 of Cups, which can speak to someone leaving a situation that they could not find bliss, happiness. And it does speak to a lot concerning deception, because in this deck, as you can see, we can only see the 7 cups. The 8th cup is missing, which 7 of Cups is Pisces. It can speak to deception. Can speak to deception and secrecy, where someone's heart maybe is at a distance. They don't know what to do. They don't know whether they're ready to move on and move towards what it is that they feel is their calling, what will make their heart happy. Let's look at the Queen of Swords. We have the 2 of Pentacles, so things being up in the air, a decision needing to be made concerning someone's happiness. 10 of Cups is here. And the 10 of Cups, remember, 10s are restarts. Something maybe having ended, but someone needing to go through legalities. This could also speak to the possibility that someone is extremely happy that they're going through divorce or shedding any karma from the past. We've got the High Priestess here. Again. Someone looking into guidance concerning legalities, or this is a secretive connection. Now, this could also speak to clarity coming through and an ending because the third person has been found out. You get what I mean? So if you've been dealing with someone that was in another commitment, maybe the truth came out that, you know, there was a lot that was very much about deception, and someone's had an affair and they've stepped out of the relationship. Could be both people Doesn't have to be only one. Let's see what this Ten of Wands holds. We've got the Nine of Swords. So a lot of stress and anxiety, worries. Knight of Pentacles because of lack of movement. Or the end of the burden not coming soon enough. We've got the Knight of Swords here, which someone's maybe closed the door. This is where there's been a lack of communication, or there's been a lot of worry concerning maybe even someone's financial standing because of legalities, or a lot of worry because of no communication. Someone having ghosted or gaslighted you. Now, this could also speak to news coming through. It's taken forever. Also good news coming through concerning the seeds that have been planted in the past. Let's look at the Seven of Wands here. We have the Moon. So fears concerning someone's home. I mean, we've got the Queen of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles is very motherly, she's the minor arcana of the Empress. Queen of Pentacles, fears concerning money situations. Someone standing quite strong. In the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here. And the Page of Pentacles. So this Queen of Pentacles, which is, it could be a mother, could be someone that will always be there. Maybe also someone that's very secretive about the battles that they have, the battles that they've been fighting in their life. Maybe it's her that's been secretive. Or this could be her just fighting a battle and just trying to keep her head above water in whatever situation she's in. And we've got the Emperor here. And the Emperor many times could be that narcissistic connection for me. The Emperor could be Aries, could be Taurus, could be any other sign. Could be a fire sign for sure. Because it's sitting on the Seven of Wands. The Emperor. Right, someone that's very fiery, someone that's got a lot that they've got to handle. Could be that this Queen of Pentacles is the Emperor in her own life, or had to grow and fit into those shoes. Or this is the person she's dealing with. Yes, the Emperor could be someone that is in charge of, they're an entrepreneur, they've got their own business, or they're the Emperor, they're strong-willed. Let's see what that Knight of Pentacles is. And I'm not reading reversals, so the Emperor in the upright is strong-willed. In the reverse, he's hopeless. He's a wimp. Let's have a look at the Knight of Pentacles. So we've got the Death card. We've got the Knight of Wands, someone ready to move towards what they desire, take action, cover ground. So we've got Scorpio and Sagittarius. This could be happening round about now, with Venus now having left Scorpio, and the Knight of Wands is someone that's moving towards what they want to manifest. And we've got the King of Swords. Interesting. This could speak to communication. This could also be someone that hasn't shown their desires, hasn't shown their emotional heart and how it feels, how they feel. This could be communication coming through, that someone's preparing to make a move. Let's look at the Page of Pentacles. So we've got the Queen of Cups. Remember, we had the King of Cups somewhere here in the home, in the house, right? Queen of Cups. Very nurturing, loving, emotional with this message that comes through. We've got the King of Cups, everyone. And we've got the Eight of Pentacles. So two people ready to do the work. That's the message. Two people ready to do the work, and these people maybe even work together, or work is connected to them. Maybe they communicate through work. Eight of Pentacles says that they've both been doing the work, maybe looking at the details, seeing if things can be practical, can work out practically, on a practical level, I mean. Let's look at the Sun. We've got the Six of Wands, which is a card of success. We've got the Queen of Swords, being able to cut through the crap, speak her truth. We've got the King and the Queen of Swords here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor. And we've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords here. Let's take another one. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here, everyone. So it could be that in the time of the Sun moving through Libra, the changes will already, for some of you, start to play out. Let's see, because this is matters of justice. This is matters of speaking truthfully, having the courage. I mean, Leo does speak to courage. These cards are sitting on the heart, on the Sun, on the Leo energy. Someone taking leadership, knowing that even if they've succeeded in, maybe there's someone that's very successful in what they do, they're now taking the courage in matters of love and legalities, and the changes are coming through. We've got the Two of Wands, we've got the Page of Cups, and we've got the Four of Swords. So we start off with the Four of Swords and we end with the Four of Swords. Let's take another card, because someone is worried about coming through with an apology here. It's only a matter of timing that someone is coming out of pain or wounding or timing. They're finishing up with that heartbreak, the difficulties here with the Four of Swords. Remember now that Mars is still in Libra, so we're all wanting to move forward in matters of love, but we're blocked. Mars moving through Libra has got to deal with legalities, has got to bring balance and harmony. It's like giving out, maybe needing to pay out or go through a legal divorce, or needing to balance out in all their relationships. Or if someone is dealing with the court system, they're forking out a lot of money. Maybe finances could be strained at this point as well. But we've got the Page of Cups, which is a small offer. It comes through unexpectedly, or an apology that comes through to heal this broken heart. And we've got the Hermit here. Again, someone is seeing the light. We've got the hour clock on both cards. Okay, so it's all about divine timing. And we've got the Strength card, Leo, which is action, which is trusting, right? And we've got the World card, everyone, which, you know, the hands of the clock are ticking away, tick-tock, tick-tock. The World card does speak to closing up a major cycle. Remember that with Jupiter, long distance travel has been really tough, which I feel is going to change at the end of the year and beginning of 2022. The World card is here, which is a card of success. It's an achievement. Remember, these are the 4 fixed signs. So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, which all those signs have played a part in today's reading. Interesting, right? Because we've got so much to do with children here. Children do speak to newness. Remember, we've got the child right here. We've got the Queen of Cups needing to transition, to change house. That's what her wish is. She's hoping to build a new nest elsewhere. And remember also that the stork brings the child. It brings something new. The stork speaks to communication, something concerning a long-lasting situation. There's a transition that's going on, and there's a yearning for a new beginning. Some of you could be yearning and wanting this child, whatever this child means for you. And there is the path. The Queen of Pentacles being in 2 minds. She needs to make a decision, and this will happen in 6 to 7 weeks, logically. Either a separation or a decision, maybe even a decision to travel, and there's an opportunity that's opening up in the next 6-7 weeks, everyone. For the divine feminine, I should say so as well. Now, let's take some messages of love here. What are the thoughts? What are the thoughts? Remember that as we've got lots of people showing up in the readings, many times it's the energy. Take the reading as it resonates for you. It may not resonate, not all of it. I mean, we've got the main male here. We go from 1 to 2. Remember, the 1 is the magician. And we've got retrogrades. Mercury's retrograding. This month in October will be very important as Jupiter and Mercury will be connecting. But, you know, there's a lot of changes that are going on. A lot. There's a lot of purging going on for everyone, collectively as well as personally. Remember that the main female, number 2, she's like the high priestess. So this story does speak to a secretive connection for many of you, a divine connection. We did have the Hierophant right here, and we've got the high priestess here, which again, yes, it does speak to a deep connection. Here is the high priestess once more. Let's see what the messages are, the thoughts. Around about this time, you feel like home to me, which obviously speaks to familiarity. I've known you before, but remember that the divine masculine was not awakened to this connection. I'm a better person because of you. So there were lessons to be learned here. Someone became a better person. Obviously, they had a good example. So obviously here someone was a teacher, the other was a student. We have, please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. Let's take these 2 cards as well. We have, I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. We've got your words linger in my mind. Let's take one more card. So someone is busy doing something else right now. It's probably dealing with the past, a legal situation. They're looking for a solution, a resolution. Okay. And maybe they've also suffered financially here with a thief. A thief can also speak to someone having stolen your heart and running with it. Someone that was not open and telling you how they truly felt. We have, I want to be authentic. I'm no longer afraid, and I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. I think I will leave the messages there. We have, it's easier to just stay away right now. My God. So someone is doing a lot. They've got a lot that they're coping with right now, and they need to come to their own conclusions, obviously. Okay, they're going to need a lot of courage and a lot of strength with these changes. Remember, the Wheel of Fortune has shown up quite a few times, which says that the Wheel of Fortune is, it's Jupiter, and I feel it's got a lot to do with Jupiter turning direct, and a lot very associated also with, you know, it's getting ready to enter Pisces on the first day of 2022. So the changes will be, we're talking about karma dharma here. We're talking about justice, and interesting that the card justice itself did not come through, which is saying for me that justice needs to happen because it has not been happening right now. That's why the sun is moving through, and Mars is there, and Mercury is there in the sign of Libra. This October is going to be a very important time where a lot of injustices will be made right, and I truly feel that. So everyone, I think I will leave it there. I want to thank you all so much, sending you lots of love, lots of light, wishing you well, and thank you for joining me here, and, you know, for sharing your thoughts, for subscribing, for liking and sharing. Lots of love, everyone. Talk to you soon.